Hello and welcome to another Rabbit Unicorns guide video. Today we are doing a PVE Archer guide. As usual, I am your host, Kylar Jackram, and my co-host today is a guest from TBT. It is my good friend, Vlad.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Вовчик, мы будем вам обучать вас, как играть Archer для PVE.
Actually, Vlad, we're doing this in English, so that would be more helpful.
Sorry, alright, forgot this was an A.
That's alright, mate. Anyway, we're going to go into the video now. We'll go over skills and that. Now, I'm not the best archer, so I'm mainly here to ask Vlad questions.
Oh, I want explosions, please.
Sure, Vlad. Anything. Is our explosive introduction to Vlad's Archer Guide. Now Vlad, first up, what abilities do we want to run for PvE?
Alright, so for PvE, what you want to use your Burning Rapid Fire over your Electric Rapid Fire. You want to use your Sharpened Arrows 2 and your Fire Arrows 3. The other three talents are not that important for PvE. The Double Somersault, Smokescreen, and Trip 2 is what I use, but those aren't necessary. Going over to talents. Biting Flame increases your burning dot by 52%, targets above 50 health. Easy Target increases the damage that Piercing Shot does by 600% when removing your burning dot. Jungle Law. Aim Shot increases damage by 60% to targets with more than 50% health. Loading Mechanism reduces the resource by 20% when switching to your arrows. Elemental Fusion. Electric Shot inflicts 150% more damage to burning targets from your burning dot. You want Super Conductivity, which increases the duration of your electric dot by 4 seconds and slows down non-boss enemies by 20%. Now, these aren't that important for PvE, but I find them useful when soloing. Perfect Aim increases the first aim shot that you do when fired out of combat, and Pyromania to give them that CC.
Now, everyone does have different symbols. What symbols would you say are core for Archer PvE damage?
I would say that the minimum symbols that you want to use for Archer, since you're going for Strength Luck as a PvE Archer, would be your Maximum Recoil, increases the crit damage by 10% for each level. You want your Ultimate Strength, which increases your base damage by 10% for each level. A great talent to have is Warrior's Creed, because it increases all the damage that you do. If you're good at avoiding mechanics, the 5% increased damage should not matter to you. Element of Surprise is probably one of the best talents to have for the Archer for PvE. Increases damage by a whopping 12% for each level for the first 8 seconds of the fight where you do your most damage. Lacerated Wound, based off your luck, that's one of your main dots. And your second main dot is your Compressive Trauma. Mark of Death, probably the second best symbol that you want to pick up. If it pops at the beginning of the fight when you're bursting, if you time it right, you could do massive damage when it expires. Next talent to get would be Cold Calculation, which increases all the damage that you do to the targets while they're above 50% health. Synergizes really well with your Jungle Law aim shots. Gravitational Perturbation. When you activate your Impulse, increases all the damage that you deal by 10 for 6 seconds. We're going to be working around their Impulse, so this is very important. And lastly, Strength Serum. This is an Alchemist symbol, and randomly, while doing damage, your damage gets buffed by 15%.
Alright, now, we know Double Temples have come out, but you don't have any yet, so what are the core temples?
The core temples that you want to use as a PvE Archer would be Crushing Blow, Accuracy, and Crit in that order. So Crushing Blow, Accuracy, and Crit.
Now lastly, before we go into you showing us a rotation on a boss mob, what weapon and offhand would you say is best?
The best weapon that you want for the PvE Archer is the stacking single shot weapon that increases your overall damage. Your offhand does not really matter for the PvE archer. You could get the rain of arrows, but it's you don't use it often. It's insignificant. So you want the stacking damage increase on your main weapon.
Alright, so here we are in Thornius' camp with the boss. Vlad, take us through your fight rotation.
First off, you want to start with an aim shot, then apply your burning dot. If your rapid fire procs, you want to pop that right away. If not, apply your electric dot. Then you want to keep on doing your single shot until your impulse recharges. Once it's recharged, you rinse and repeat. You do your aim shot, to proc the impulse, you take off burning, then you reapply burning, apply your electric dot, and keep spamming single shot to generate resources. Now here we're gonna die and show you the rotation one more time. Here we go, pick up the warm buff. Again, so you want to do your aim shot, then apply your burning, apply your electric. If your rapid fire didn't proc, spam your single shot to gain resources. Here comes the impulse recharge. So we're gonna do our aim shot, remove the burning for the 600% damage, then apply burning, apply the electric dot, and keep spamming single shot. I like the fact that we rotate around our impulse. Aim shot gains additional damage for when used with your impulse. That with your kinetic symbol gives a nice burst for not only your aim shot, but also for everything that you do afterwards, like removing the burning and applying your dots. Here we can see the damage meter.
And that shows us a good percentage of what damage is coming out on each of your abilities. Now, what would you do differently for, say, group mobs?
For group mobs, you want to use your wildfire arrow, charge your burning arrows to the max. Once you've debuffed the packs, if there's more than 5 targets, you just want to charge up your left click till the end and use rain of arrows. If there's less than 5 mobs, like 3 to 5, you want to just apply your electric debuff to as many different targets as possible. You probably get 2 to 3 targets debuffed, and they'll hit each other with electricity every second for each dot that you put out.
Alright, thank you very much for coming. This has been our PvE Archer Guide with our guest co-host Vlad from Tier-Based Tactics.
Alright, thank you for having me.
As usual, like and subscribe, follow us on Twitch. Also, we're going to put Vlad's Twitch in the description of this one as well, because he's our friend, so follow him as well. He's good entertainment when we're offline, but that's very rare, so you'll be following us, not him. Suck it, Vlad.
Ах, сука, я тебе поверил, а ты мне в душу насрал, блядь.
I love you too, Vladdy. Bonus internet points for anyone who can translate what Vlad just said to me.